Alright, I've already got the camera rig rail set up in front of a lighthouse. It's going to orbit the camera around the lighthouse while looking up from the ground. The camera will constantly be looking at this character object that I placed up at the lighthouse. Okay. Let me just add a camera into the sequence and demonstrate a couple of issues with it. I'm going to put this camera where the camera rig rail begins. Let me adjust the elevation first. Then its location on the ground. I've deselect and reselect the camera, and now we see what the camera is seeing in this picture overlay. We see it change as I move the camera to where the rig rail starts. I'm going to set it to look at the character object that's up in the tower. Now, I will attach this camera to the rig rail so it will move along it. When I click play button, we get a little surprise. The camera teleports to another location. I'll zoom out so you can see how far it went. Here's what we need to do in order to avoid that first issue. First, let me just bring back the camera to our original location. Not sure if I could have just pressed undo to reverse that action which caused the teleporting issue. So here's what we need to do to avoid that teleporting issue. Right after we set the camera location in the sequence, we must remember to set a transform key in the timeline. This anchors the camera to the rig. Now the camera follows the rig track properly as we play the sequence. Let's go back to the beginning frame. Don't worry if the camera location doesn't update in the viewport. I forgot to set back the camera elevation. For any change you make to the camera location, you mustn't forget to update the key for it. The tower is cut off the frame. I need to adjust the camera to a wider lens. That's better. Let's see how the shot looks. Now for the second issue. Look what happens when I save the project. The camera teleported again. It also became detached from the camera rig rail object. We cannot undo that one because we just saved the project and the history is gone. The camera also lost the look at object setting. For the third time, let's set the camera to its proper location. I won't forget to set its elevation again. And update the key afterwards. In order to keep the camera in its place, we need to do this. Add the actor to track setting as a track in the sequence. Set the object to look at again. If that isn't enough, set a key for it. By either pressing the keyframe button in the timeline or here. Let me delete the look at track and show the quick way to add it. Both track and key are created in one click. Another track has to created for attaching the camera to the rig rail. Guess what? The camera teleports again. Hopefully, for the last time. For the fourth time, let's put it back where it belongs. Elevation to the correct position. I almost forgot to update the transform key. Now there is no key that can be set for the attached track. But we're now set to save the project. We should be able to see the camera still in its proper place, attached to the rig rail. If not, just deselect and reselect it. It should be back in its place.